Well, happy Thanksgiving weekend, everybody. I don't know about you, but usually in our home, I have these things that I make my children do where we sit around the table and I make them name things that they're thankful for. And usually that's a pretty simple task. And they try to come up with sufficiently deep and easy answers so that their mom lets them off the hook. And usually that's enough. But it's been a complicated year. And a lot of the things that we normally look around the table and give thanks for are missing or have been missing. Family members, lots of us won't see family, us included. Friends that we usually can see. And often we're coming off a summer where we've had many adventures all over and camps, and none of that happened either. And this year, it's going to take a bit more digging. And I want to remind us that it can be a complicated story. That thanks and gratitude aren't just the easy things that we are supplied with. That sometimes thanks is a discipline. Gratitude takes digging and looking. That there's a whole story to be told. And the whole story isn't always beautiful. Sometimes it's very hard and full of grief and loss. And sometimes there's just a hint of hope in it that we can grasp and hold on to in the midst of everything else. I'm wandering a vineyard right now where we've been picking the very last of the season grapes. Not a normal Thanksgiving thing, I guess, unless you live in the Okanagan. And here we are digging through grapes, the last few. And I was reminded that on the last night, Jesus gave thanks for his wine and bread, even as he was looking ahead to something harder. And as he gave it to his disciples, something he'd always done, something he'd always given thanks for, his food, became something so much bigger for us, something deeper, something filled with pain and grief and loss, and yet which gave birth to more hope than we could have ever imagined, and something to be thankful for that was richer and truer and deeper than the cup of wine before him. So the good wine became a sign of something so deep, so true. And I'm reminded of all these grapevines right now that will soon be pruned right back. I'm learning from living here that you don't leave the leaves. They look all lush and beautiful right now, but if you want them to produce good fruit next year, you're going to have to strip them right back. Take all those green leaves, all the leftovers, and cut it right back to the vine. And maybe this is a season where we give thanks that God knows how to prune us. You know, for us this year, in the midst of losing a lot of our activities and a lot of the things that we really love as a family, we've been pruned back, but we've had more time together. If I'm honest, my anxiety has begun to heal because I haven't been rushing. I can move slowly. There's enough time for long snuggles and cuddles. And even when there's no one else around, and if anybody appreciates other people around, it's me. I've learned to listen more intently in the midst of the silence. So this Thanksgiving weekend, maybe it is a different manner of thanks that you have to give. And I want to invite you to tell the whole story. Go ahead and trace the narrative until you find something to be grateful for. maybe lots of somethings. But it's okay to name the things that you're grieving as well. Tell the whole story. And enjoy the last little bits of this fall season. God bless.